right. Hello. We are live in a VO's journey. Hello, welcome. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business and sidestep all of the crazy things that I seem to step on. It's Tuesday. That's right. It is Tuesday, April 7th. I mean, wow. Crazy. And I woke up to some pretty exciting news, and I'm thrilled to share it with you. So I'm going to be doing that today. If I can figure out where my my chat button is. Here we go. So welcome. I want to welcome everybody from Instagram, from YouTube, from Twitter, and Facebook. It's great to have you all here, and I am excited to talk about Fiverr today. We're going to be talking about Fiverr Studios, which is pretty exciting. It's not something new to Fiverr. Fiverr's actually had it for a while, but the reason why I'm bringing it up is because when it came out many months ago, and it might be close to a year now or so that it's been out. But when it came out, Fiverr released it, and basically the idea with a Fiverr Studio is that you have a lead, which is one person who creates the studio, and they create gigs, and then they bring in other Fiverr sellers into that, and then as a whole, these gigs can accomplish more complicated tasks. Like, for example, creating a video production. It's like creating your own little agency, right? So as opposed to just us doing voiceovers for somebody, we can also do a voiceover, have someone who does video work, have someone who writes copy, has someone who does logo designs, different things, right? To where we can create a wider offering or a package. So that's something really exciting and interesting. So anyways, when it first came out, I was not chosen to be one of these leads, but I was given the availability to join one, or to be able to join. So there's like a little button on top of your account that says, if you're you click it on and off if you want to join, and I think you have to be. I'm not sure what level seller you have to be, but anyway, so I clicked that on, and honestly, I think I'd never been contacted by anybody. I knew some people here and there because it was still kind of low key. But this morning I woke up and I got an email from Fiverr saying that I had been chosen to be a lead for a Fiverr Studio, meaning that I can go in and actually create my own studio now, and then find other sellers and bring us all together to create these more intricate and involved offerings on Fiverr. And some of the things they say that it does is it increases your visibility. I think Fiverr will promote these things. I mean, you have to think that everything that Fiverr does, or any of these sites, when you participate in these extra things, they're going to promote them more. Right? They're going to promote them to different places. So the more you do, and that's why I'm always a big advocate for filling out, every part of your profile, whether it's on Fiverr or any other platform, or any part of, or like putting more gigs up and things in different categories and different tones and so forth, so that you can actually get some more promotion. This is a good opportunity for that. So basically, I'm excited about that in the sense that this is going to be a new opportunity. I don't know how much business the studios are getting, and I'm not sure exactly, how much Fiverr's promoting it. But I do know that it is exciting. It's a new thing to be a part of on Fiverr. And I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about how it works, because I've been doing my research on it. And so basically, like I said, a Fiverr Studio, you have a lead, then you have other sellers, and basically the lead puts together the studio and then can create up to 5 gigs. And then you can have sellers that are up to 3 or up to like a seller can be in 3 different gigs. Okay, out of the 5. So Then there's that, and then what happens is this. So basically, the lead sets the price after it's discussed and agreed upon by the entire group. And then when a job comes in, that work is divided with, in the group with who does what. That's divvied up by the lead. But then when it's paid and it's finished, what it is now, I've not done a job yet, but this is what they say on their site. It's divided up and sent to everybody's account based on the percentage or the amount of money that was agreed upon. So I'm imagining when the gigs are created and the people join, everybody agrees upon the amount of money they get. And when it comes in, it's just divvied up in that manner. Now, I don't know if there's like something that the lead determines whether somebody's done work on something or somebody's done work on something else. I'm not sure. So I will definitely dive more into that. But that's basically how the money situation is set up with the studio. Now, what I've seen is if you go on there, there's actually not as many studios as I thought. And I think that, it's going to be one of those situations where it can bring the idea of being a little bit more complicated, right? So I think the selling the idea of this and selling it to customers or clients has to be simplified. Do you know what I mean? Because it's going to be complicated when trying to explain all this to a client, whereas opposed when they go on Fiverr, it's straightforward, right? I mean, you need someone to do a voiceover. You search voiceover. You need someone to write a blog post. You search a blog post, but there are people who are using, and I think this is the point of all this, there are people who are using Fiverr for multiple things, and they're struggling when it comes to finding all of these different pieces at once. And then on top of that, it can be a challenge trying to coordinate one idea, one vision amongst all these different sellers when they're separated. They don't even know each other. They're not in it together. So the studio makes complete sense. It's just selling people on the studio that I think can be a challenge. And you don't hear a lot about them. So that's something that I'm also interested in to see how much it is. I was going on YouTube and looking around, and one of the big ways to drive traffic to Fiverr, if you're on Fiverr that you're not getting a lot of traffic on Fiverr too, is YouTube. There's a lot of people who use YouTube actually to drive traffic to their Fiverr accounts. And it is a powerful tool, right? Driving traffic on YouTube is a powerful tool, or on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. Any of these places can be very good. But I think that I'm interested to see if there is organic work. So this is something that is interesting, right? Because right now for us, the appeal of Fiverr, right, is you go to Fiverr, set up your stuff, optimize your account, learn from, you learn from people like me, you can learn from me or whatever, and put up demos, put up different gigs, et cetera, et cetera. And Fiverr does the marketing, the advertising, and those people come and they buy they buy from you on the site without you having to actually market, right? That's the dream of Fiverr. And that's why so many of us love it so much when it gets going, because it can be work, steady, very good work every single day. But I don't know if that same thing is applying to the Fiverr Studio. So if it is organic in nature as well, and they are looking at pushing the envelope on putting advertising out there. And by the way, I don't know if it's a benchmark. I don't know if it's like, for example, it could be like a top-rated seller thing, where every so much amount of time they have a certain number open, or you get a certain statistic or something happens. I don't know. I don't know how I got chosen. I think there was another person in the group when I posted it in my Facebook group said they had received an email too. So I remember when it came out a while ago, I had talked to some people who were Fiverr pros and they were working on it. So I'm not sure how it's going. I don't know. But it is an interesting premise, and it is an interesting thing to see how the whole thing works out. And creating an agency will be interesting. What is interesting to me is the idea of, imagine putting a Fiverr Studio together as if it was a voiceover agency, as opposed to doing advertising video where you do all these different things. Imagine putting it together where you get like 10 voice actors, right? And they basically, but see, the problem with that is that it wouldn't be split, right? Because it would only be one voice actor if you were doing it. So that doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense. So I guess that's not necessarily the same thing as it would be, unless it was like a production, like maybe an audiobook production. That's an interesting idea, right? An audiobook production where people like to hire multiple voice actors for one job. You know what I mean? Where books where there might be like 3, 4, 5 characters and they want different voice actors to play it. But I think in general, it probably is more so like more of a marketing type of studio, right? Where you have logo, you've got like explainer video, voiceover, you've got design, or you've got videography, or you've got blog post with a narration, or a podcast with a blog. You know what I'm saying? Like those types of things. Because I can tell you from a content creator, audio drama, exactly, Rudy. A content creator standpoint, it's nice to have for example, like it's nice to have a podcast done and then turned into a blog, right? But also, you know, it's nice to have pictures to actually create blog posts for companies. Because I mean, if you think about it, it's actually a pretty good way to create a marketing agency. Because, you know, if you think about all the things that a marketing agency needs, if you look at kind of like the 3 big things, right? You've got video, you've got podcasts, and you've got blogging. So those 3 things right there, and then having someone to be able to, you know, also, you know, put that on your website. So I mean, there is some power there, but just like anything else, I'm not quite sure, like I said, how much Fiverr is actually going to promote it. So that's going to be something interesting. If anybody, by the way, if you have some, I just wanted to come on and talk to you about it today because I think it's interesting. If you have any ideas or thoughts about the Fiverr Studio, or you've heard it from it or about it, or you have that little mark checked on your account that you are accepting invitations, because you might get an invitation from me. I don't know. But anyways, I know you have to have an invitation, like you have to have the little box clicked on your account that you're accepting invitations from being in a studio. And but I have found that unless you know people, you know what I mean? Unless you know someone, that, you know, people pretty much stick with the people they know, just because that's like life in general, right? It's like who you know. So anyways, that's just an interesting idea. An interesting thing that's going on, and I'd love to hear feedback if anybody knows. But I'm imagining that it's not very wildly spread because I don't see it. So the big question with all of this is, will it actually be something that we have to heavily market ourselves, or will it be something that Fiverr markets? Because if, and this is me just, you know, being open with you guys, if Fiverr heavily markets it like they do the gigs that we're in, then it justifies being a part of it, and it justifies the 20%. I haven't looked. I'm assuming that Fiverr still takes the 20% from the job, but you know what I'm saying? So it would justify all of that, again, if Fiverr is bringing work to you. But if you are having to, you know, go out there and really market yourself heavily, it might not justify as much effort into it, even though it still is nice because you have a platform. And the way Fiverr has set it up, it seems like it will be, you know, like it's, again, productizing services, right? So people are able to buy a gig as a product of an entire thing, as opposed to having to find a company. Because, right, the old way is, right, you find a studio. Like I've been working with a company just today. I finished up today with them, where there are different parts of the entire world, right? And I was at Copenhagen, they're in Portland, they're in different Germany, different parts, and you know, one is a video company. I'm the voiceover artist, and there's a marketer. There's the lead marketer, and they're all in different parts of the country, right? And different parts of the world, excuse me. And that's generally how it works. You know what I mean? But you have like a studio finding these other people and putting them together, whereas this kind of brings it all together, all in one product. You see what I mean? So it does kind of appeal to me that it would be, again, like, you know, you're a cog in a wheel that you get paid for bringing in work if Fiverr promotes it, like I said. But if they don't, I don't know. I don't know how much it would be worth it. So definitely is interesting. Definitely is interesting. All right. So let's, again, if you have any thoughts or comments on it, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear. Let's take a look. We got Angela on YouTube. What's up, Angela? We got Steve. Face made for VO is here. Yes. Rudy or Ruby. Out of bounds. You thought I'd forget Rudy, but I will never forget. Dwight, happy Tuesday. What's up? A Fiverr star is born now. Let's see. Jim sounds like Envato Studio. What? I don't know what that is, Jim. What? Maybe you can elaborate on what that is. That'd be kind of cool to learn more about that. All right. Alex says, "Hey, dude, glad you finally get to catch your live show." Awesome, Alex. Thank you, my friend. Angela said, I also got the email to lead us to. Oh, cool. See, so for all you people watching, when these people post, like Angela, and I don't know if that's Rich, these people, I think Richard did too. They get, it's good to reach out to these people, you know what I mean? But again, I'm not sure exactly. I had to dive into it as well and make a lot of mistakes until I figure it out. So, but you're seeing a couple people. So clearly Fiverr sent out some emails, and you're right, Richard did too. So it's cool. I'm interested to see how this pans out and what comes of it, if anything. It might be something that we try and it doesn't work very well, but it might be something that Fiverr is trying to push. Maybe they're going to start marketing these heavily, because if you think about it from a standpoint of Fiverr, the price is going to be more, right? And Fiverr is doing everything they can to move away from the old dogma of, they can't change their name. And I know that somebody's kicking themselves in the butt for that now, but the $5 kind of thing, they're moving away. They're trying to push to make things not, they don't want people to think it's some cheap place to go. Okay. And it got that name for a while because it was. But now, as we know, there are incredible, like you all, professionals on Fiverr, and there's more and more wonderful professionals who are trying to do their very best work and to trying to help, raise that platform to even better heights. And part of that, the better we do, the more we're able to charge. Okay, so I think that's something that Fiverr is doing. And with these studios at being higher prices, that helps Fiverr. It helps their stock. It helps all of it, right? It helps them earn more. So I could see them doing a push just by, synthesizing the data of all these people getting emails. So it sounds kind of exciting. It's exciting to me. All right, so we've got Micro. What's up, Mike? On Instagram, we got InstaB. What's up? BDoggy45. Yes, BDoggy45. BDoggy45. Was it you in the feet? Who was the feet the other day? I think it was you, wasn't it? Okay. Still laughing about that. Greg, what's up? No worries, my friend. Steve, you could do levels within your studio, i.e. beginner starter 100, medium 500, pro 1500. Oh, cool. Nice, Steve. Yeah, I'm excited to learn more about it. I think that, and I'm really interested if if anybody has any information about how much Fiverr promotes it. Because Fiverr promotes it, and you get business. It could be another exciting tool. Let's see. Richard, what's up? Rudy, Nick, what's up, Nick? Let's see. Gary, sounds interesting. Yeah, definitely. Gary, I'm not seeing where to check to allow invites to be part of a team. So let's see. If I go, I'm gonna try to. So basically, let me see if I can show you guys some things here. I don't know if you can see this on my screen, impromptu, but this is where I am. So like on my account now, you can see like I don't know where I'm actually am on my account. So there's okay, so this is kind of where I am now, but you got this studio button here, and basically on these studios here, you've got, this is where I've got a studios beta in my ribbon up top. Let me go back to cancel. Let's go back to gigs. I don't want to be showing everybody's. I don't want to be showing all my customers' names. But anyway, so I got the studio beta here. But if you go to, like, for example, if I go to preview here, I'm previewing one of my gigs, right? And I come here, there. Oh wait, I'm sorry, it's not there. It's actually. I think it's on. Oh, I don't want to do it. Wait. It should be on. No. Maybe it's on profile. Let me go to profile. There it is. So when you go to profile, it's here. It should be get studio invites up here. But when I got my email today, this is what changed here. And also, by the way, these are some, like, you could tell Fiverr's adding some things. Like this is you can actually do something easier there that I don't remember being able to do with sharing your gigs in these different places. But this is where it is. It's under your profile. So if you click here, go to profile. All right, that's where you do it. Okay, and that's where you get the studio invites. Okay, let's see. We go back up here. Go back to change it to there. There we go. Any Hoosers. Boy, you just got, it's like I flashed you with my Fiverr information. It was a Fiverr flash. I don't know. I'm an idiot. Okay, anyways, sorry, Instagram. You guys are always left out. You're like the crazy stepchildren. I apologize. All right, I'm not seeing where to check to allow invite. Okay, I showed you that. Pull new talent for beginner service. Level 2 folks for medium, pro level course for the pros. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Neat. Richard, I would be willing to make more money if it helps Fiverr out. Oh, yeah, I'd be willing to make. Yeah, I'll make more money all day long. We get rich together. Let's see. Rich says the prices on Fiverr Studio are very high. Just looked at Advertising Studio charging $1,270 starting out. It will be interesting to watch. Fiverr has explainer video outline. Yeah, I am interested to see. Allow studio invites might be a top seller thing. Maybe, but Richard, I don't think. Richard, you're not a top seller yet, are you? I'm not sure if Richard's a top seller yet. And I could be wrong, Richard. Are you top seller? Maybe. I don't think Richard is yet. I think he's level 2. Although Richard's been on Fiverr for a long time and done an amazing job. But I'm not sure if he's a top seller yet. I know Angela is. So anyways, but I think it might be a level 2 thing. I'm not sure. No, level 2. Yeah. So, and according to Rich is saying that, you can do for people just starting out. So I'm not sure. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna see, and I'm gonna report back to you guys. We got Fiverr Friday, coming up this Friday. We'll go ahead and maybe talk about what my experiences have been so far on it. But clearly, it's gonna take work, right? Because I got to get people and I got to find what I'm gonna do, and the prices are interesting, right? Because it's like some expensive prices and it should be priced right, but here we go all back into the Fiverr pricing and what's the best price to do. So Steve, it looks like I hear you, Richard. Thanks, buddy, for stopping by. I know, and I'm interested to talk to more of you afterwards too if you want to message me or whatever, but I think Rich, you were saying something about or it seems like Steve, you might know some about these things too. If it would be great to share too, like, if you are seeing work. Like, I don't know of anybody, because I don't know many people who are in the studios personally. So I don't know if they're getting work or not. So I'm interested to do that. So anyways, all right. Well, do you guys have any other questions? Let's see. We got any other questions? Other than that, I'm going to go, and I've got tons of work. I got more meetings, busy gig reviews to do. And I've had another $500-600 day on Fiverr again today. So Fiverr has just been zooming, very excited. Business is going great. Hopefully we're on track for another $6,000 to $8,000 month. So that's a good thing. Very good thing. All right. Let's see. Any questions? Greg says, on Fiverr Fridays, how long do you guys meet? I have to admit, Greg, Fiverr Fridays are like... They usually end up being, I don't ever intend them to be, but they usually end up being like an hour, like 45 minutes or an hour, because, we have some really amazing, great questions on Friday. So that's something. Let's see. Johnny, what's up, Johnny? Johnny Grandpa, what's up on Instagram? Says, my audiobook work has been largely uninterrupted through all of this. Oh, that's good. Yeah, well, I would think audio, and they say audiobook work is probably getting even and more since, that... the time, everybody's got time on their hands, so audiobook work is doing well right now. All right, you guys. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that. And I will keep you posted more information about Fiverr Studios and how's it's going. But clearly, as you can see, some people are getting tapped to create some more studios, which tells me that Fiverr is making a move to try to grow that base, which also then tells me that Fiverr is probably going to make a push to promote the Fiverr Studios more. So that's exciting time to get into it. All right, you guys, you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Have a great Tuesday. I will talk to you tomorrow. All right, peace. All right, now I got to find the off button.